Oh my god, what is that?
Hello guys, it is me, Gerrie, and today I'm going to be doing an LPS unboxing while also doing a Q&A. I got these questions back in April of 2024, so I am so sorry to everybody that I made wait literally an eternity for this video. Before we get into the questions, I do want to talk about LPS Meet Me. This is an LPS event happening in Chicago on August 23rd. So yes, it's coming up very, very quickly, but there is still a chance to get tickets. I'm so excited to be attending this event and I cannot wait to meet everybody. I will make sure to leave a link to the tickets down below. What do you think are the most underrated LPS molds? I mean, I don't think the bulls are underrated anymore, but they could always be rated higher. But no, my real answer to this is camels. I love the camels so much, and I do not think they get enough love. And I would love to see the camel return very, very soon here in G7. What is the most you've paid for a collector's item? My answer to this question is actually not LPS related, because I have a very low budget when it comes to Littlest Pet Shops. The answer is my Douglas Cuddle Toys Sherman. They are these big golden retrievers. He was like my Grail plush for 10 years, I think, and then I did get him in 2023. And then in 2024, I placed an order at the same small business that I found my original, because there's a slightly smaller size Sherman, and I really, really wanted the matching set. So it took 9 months for the small business to get my order in, and when I went to go pick it up, it was just another regular size Sherman. I felt too bad to say anything, so I was like, oh my god, like, thank you, yay, and I bought it. So $600 later, I have 2 big Shermans. You could also class my 12-foot skeletons in this category. They're collector's items to me. They're like literally a part of my family. That's my family right there. Favorite underrated LPS? These blind bags. These blind bags are like my favorite things ever. You know how some people have dreams of finding Littlest Pet Shops and then they wake up? Well, I have dreams of finding these blind bags in store again. Like, not only do I love these pets, but back then I would remember like saving up all my money and going to Walmart. It was like just the best time ever. And then I would get my parents in on it sometimes too, and we'd be like feeling up the bags together. Those were the days, man. Take me back. What is something that helped you overcome any challenges that life has thrown at you besides LPS 2? Not to brag or anything, but I have lived a very interesting life with a lot of twists and turns, a lot of challenges. And I hate to give such a shitty answer to this question, but it is the honest to God truth. I believe that you are either the type of person to be resilient or not. Odds are, if you're here and you're watching this video, then you're probably the resilient type. In general, as humans, I feel like we make things way, way worse in our heads than actual situations are going to be. I actually wrote on here a reminder to myself, and I'm so glad I did, because I literally forgot this. I wanted to include this story that happened to me a few months ago. So for all of my life, I've had this thing just in the back of my mind, like for as long as I can remember. From the earliest age of being able to have like an intelligible thought, I've thought this one thing that if somebody said it to my face, like it would just be the end of me, like I would die if somebody pointed this out. The other day, somebody in real life, in person, that I know, said this thing to my face. As the person is saying it, I'm like, oh my god, like it's happening. My worst nightmare is happening. Did I think about it a little bit that day? Absolutely. Did it keep me up that night? No, but I thought about it. By the end of the week, I literally had forgot it had even happened. Like, I'm so glad I wrote the reminder to myself for this video, because I literally do not think about this at all. Moral of this story is just, we make things so much bigger in our minds than they actually are most of the time. When did you get your first LPS? I believe it was 2006. What's your biggest pet peeve and what's your type? Okay. I actually forgot about this question. Biggest pet peeve? 3 come to mind immediately. Always yellow lights. Not yellow lighting, but like yellow traffic lights. Nothing pisses me off more than when I'm going a good speed, I'm living my life, I'm on my way to somewhere, and then a yellow light happens. Next is when I see a video of somebody's amazing thrift find, and then I like it, and then I see in the tags that it says #reseller, I immediately unlike that video. And lastly, probably the one that pisses me off the most. It is men. Just in general. No, I'm kidding. It is men that wake up, do very non-labor intensive jobs, work on a computer or whatever, come home, do nothing active, eat whatever, and they still have visible muscle definition. Especially in like a bicep area, That just pisses me off. Because what do you mean I eat a very selective protein-based diet and work out every single day, weight training, and basically I just look like I have a fat arm? No, I'll never accept this. Mother Nature messed up with that one. I feel like I'm rambling a little too much, so we have a speed round of 4 questions. Favorite Gen 7s so far? All the bulls, all the blacklight pets, honestly all the iguanas, and the evil wiener from series 4. I love him very much. A mold you hope comes back. When I wrote my answer to this, I wrote camels, crocodiles, which we now have back, lions, and elephants, which we now have back. So we got 2 out of 4 back. Favorite LPS accessory? Everybody, say it with me now. Fabric, hats, and scarves. Your top dream LPS. Literally any that I don't have. If I really think about this question, I would say 910 comes to mind immediately. As soon as I seen a picture of that cow, I was like, that's Archie. I don't know what that means, but in my head, he is named Archie, and the day I get him, he will become a character named Archie. That's all I know. I have ordered that cow 3 separate times, and every single time I order him, he gets lost in the mail. But one day I will find him. Also, the circus elephant has been a long time want of mine. If I really think about this, like my biggest #1 grail LPS is the ES version of the 201 bull. The bull from this video, which is the 5 below. It's a KX pet, so it looks a little crazy. If you're not aware, on AliExpress, there was a few ES versions that people got. That is like my holy grail LPS, the ES version of that bull. It reminded me of the other day I was going through my hard drive and I found this clip, and it was from the first time that me and my friend had ever gone to this big mall in a city, and we each had $100 each that my dad had given us. And my friend went and got like clothes, makeup, usual teen girly thing. And I went to Build-A-Bear for the first time, and I went to Toys R Us. I was just filming random clips, and I found this one.
Going to Build-A-Bear at this age is kind of embarrassing.
A few minutes before this, we came out of the mall, and my parents were like, you know, they were laughing at me because they're like, oh, and they were like kind of disappointed, I'm not gonna lie. And especially my mom was like really praising my friend for like, look, like she's getting clothes and she's getting jewelry. These are like normal things. I want to preface this before I even continue this by saying my parents are extremely supportive, as you know if you've ever watched any of my videos. They're literally in my videos. So like they're extremely supportive. It's just at the time, it's one of those things where your parents start to worry when you're a teenager and you're still obsessed with like things you've been obsessed with since you were like 8. I wanted to include this because that day was July 21st, 2012, which is the day that I got Red, the Build-A-Bear I got, my very first Build-A-Bear, because it resembled my dog, literally the love of my life. I still have. I got Red that day. Can you fucking imagine, bro? If I had just got clothes and I didn't get Red, everything I bought that day I still have and is still extremely important to my life. I mean this so sincerely when I say if I didn't get Red that day, I literally don't know where my life would be. Like, I mean that so sincerely. So the moral of that story is just to stay true to yourself. If you love LPS, bestie, you keep on loving LPS, no matter what people around you say. What video did you enjoy filming the most? Definitely my Harley and Joker music video. Filming that was one of like the best times of my entire life. I spent the entire week in my own zone. I didn't talk to anybody. I turned all my devices off. I didn't do anything except for stay in my house and work on that video and love my life. And it was the best time ever. But really, like any recreations I've ever done, like my Walking Dead videos, especially Beth's death. Do I have a speech impediment? Beth's death. Spoilers for The Walking Dead, I guess. How and when did you start making videos, and how do you find inspiration to make videos? I started LPS Tube in 2011, January 4th to be specific. But as a kid, anytime I would play with my friends, I would always pretend like I was filming a TV show. In 2010, I got my iPhone 4 because I asked for it solely because it had a camera. I did not care that it was a phone. I just wanted the camera so I could make videos, and that is exactly what I did. Now, as far as inspiration goes, you could literally lock me in a room that's just white with nothing in it, and I will still have lots of ideas coming. I know this because this theory has been tested. Creating content, especially creating LPS content, is my #1 passion in life. So I feel very lucky that I get ideas very easily. I'm not saying like every day I'm writing a series, but every single day I get at least 3 to 4 ideas either for shorts or short films or series or like a random line I want somebody to say in a skit or just something, like every single day. We got questions from Lala Loopsy LPS, a longtime supporter of my channel. They sent me 5 questions. First one is, do you think you'll make another LPS series at some point? Like I said, I got these questions so long ago. This is before I announced my Red Lights remake. But yes, I have this big old binder right here. Ooh, am I gonna show it? No. But I actually do plan to remake all my series that I have on this channel. So Red Lights is being remade, Prehistoric History, Fantasy Friend, which, you know, barely even got anywhere. Even Misfits has an episode 2 coming out. I haven't made a Misfits episode since 2014, but even she's coming back, girl. Was Life in the Fast Lane scripted or improv? I had an outline scripted, so I knew what was gonna kind of happen in the scenes, or like how I wanted the scene to end and how the whole series was going to end, but I didn't have any actual dialogue scripted. It's one of those things where you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. It's completely whatever you feel is best for your project. Every single project is going to be different. You might be improv like 99% of your projects, and then one you're like, this needs to be scripted. You're gonna know in the moment. It's your creation. You know what's best. For me, being able to do improv is great, but it does mean that I can't really have voice actors, sadly, because I literally don't know what I want them to say. So there's pros and cons to each, but you'll know what's best for you. Third question, what are some other LPS characters you made growing up? The first one that comes to mind is my icon, Brittany. She is a purple monkey. I still love her to this day. In 2011, I had the idea of making a series about a colony of monkeys, and they never went outside of their monkey commune. And then Brittany was born and she was purple and all the other monkeys were brown, and it was like, oh, she's different, and she always felt different. So then the series would revolve around her like going out into the world and experiencing life. That series probably would have ate in 2011, but in 2025 I don't think it's gonna happen. But I love that monkey and I need to use her in a series again. Brittany, you will come back. What are some LPS designs that you think are underrated and overrated? My answer to this is short hairs and collies. I'm sorry. Do I like short hairs and collies? Absolutely. I just think they're a little blown out of proportion for what they are. But you know my taste, so. And our final question from Miss Lala Loopsy LPS is, do you watch any LPS series now, or do you feel you've outgrown it? None of the people that I watch are currently posting series at this current moment, but as soon as they do, because I know a few of them got some cooking, I will be seated front row at the premiere, ready and waiting. I feel so strongly in my heart that if you do not watch LPS Tube or consume LPS content, you should absolutely not ever make it. And I mean that so sincerely from my heart. All I'm gonna say is people can tell when they watch your videos if you're truly passionate and invested in the community. For me, LPS Tube is just like television. You are not gonna love every single show that's on television. The same as you are not gonna love every single LPS series. You are not gonna love every single LPS content creator and their style of making videos. Just like television, you're gonna find your favorite shows. You're gonna find the content that's for you. Another icon that has been around since the dawn of time supporting my content, would not be here without you, bestie. Thank you so much. Their first question is, if you could pick a staple LPS series, whether being something you created or not, which would it be? So I took this question as like what I would recommend to people, whether they're into LPS or not, what I would recommend to somebody, and 100% the easy answer to this is LPS Popular, because LPS Popular transcends LPS. There have been times in my own life, and I've also seen people relate to this online, saying they have never collected LPS, they have no desire to ever collect LPS, but they know what LPS Popular is. It is tremendously well produced, and it is just great, interesting content. The other thing that came to mind was this, which I was very honored to be a part of. This is by LPS Cobalt. I literally recommended this to so many people in my personal life that do not care at all about LPS, and every single person, even my friends that like aren't into horror, aren't into blood and stuff, they loved this. It's so great. If LPS Tube ever lost Eddie, like we're done, we're cooked, we better just pack it up, like legit. I'm recommending that despite me being in it. I literally cannot watch this video, and it is such a shame because it's so stunning and beautiful. I watched it that one time and it literally took me 4 hours to get through it because I was just cringing so bad at my own horrific voice acting. There are still nights that I lay awake and I think about that video and I'm like, I fucking ruined that video. Like, I'm not even lying. Regardless of me being in it, it's still amazing and I can't ever recommend it enough. And the other question is, if you could only make videos with one mold of LPS, which would you choose? I would definitely choose the Dash Hounds. There's a lot of them. They come in a lot of colors. Most of the colors do happen to be brown, but you know, gender neutral, we'd love it. Which LPS would you use to replace the main 5s? I thought about this for the longest time and I could not narrow it down past these 7. So this is the new main 7. I'm sorry. Number 1, Bulls. Number 2, Lions. Number 3, St. Bernards, obviously. Number 4, I was down between the Bulldog and the Basset Hound. And then I was also between Camels and Crocodiles. This is my dream lineup right here. Second fave LPS. Since Red and Velvet are tied for first, that would make Diesel second. So shout out Diesel. Favorite type of LPS videos. My favorite type of LPS videos to make are like my recreations or just honestly anything. Like I'm serious when I say I just love making videos. I sincerely do. My favorite videos to watch, this is gonna be so cliche, so cheesy, people are gonna be gagging, but it's literally any videos my friends make. When I come online and I see one of my friends has posted a video, it's like the best thing that's ever happened to my day. Why did you pick that adorable St. Bernard to be your mascot? And did you have any other mascots previously? For many years of making LPS content, I didn't have a mascot. I did have the Rainbow Cat as my mascot here in 2014, and then somebody made a YouTube channel called it Gerrie and also had the Rainbow Cat as their mascot. I don't know if they did that for nefarious purposes to try and like impersonate me, or if they were just really inspired, but it was kind of like the motivation I needed to be like, you know what, I don't think Rainbow Cat is for me. So I went on Nicole's LPS blog, shout out to that icon. Honestly, I can't even imagine my life without Nicole's LPS blog. At the time I had pink hair, jump scare, and I have green eyes, so I went through and I picked out every single LPS that had pink fur and green eyes, and I narrowed it down to these 2. And I'm gonna be honest, I feel like the Great Dane represents me more, but the St. Bernard was really sentimental to me in my childhood. This was the first LPS set that I ever got for Christmas, and that St. Bernard was just so special to me. I was so enamored with that mold. I had some notes here written down. These are not questions, these are just things that I wanted to address. In April of 2024, I removed all my non-LPS content off of this channel. If you're new to the channel, you might not even be aware that I used to make content that had to do with webkins, dolls, Build-A-Bears, tie beanies, etc, etc. I collect so many different types of toys and I like to make videos about them. I removed the content because allegedly with the algorithm, if you have a channel that doesn't just focus on one thing, the algorithm doesn't really know how or where to pump your videos out to. So I just wanted to 100% have my channel just be LPS. Now the thing was, a lot of people were upset, and it is rightfully so, because I literally had some people who just watched my videos for tie beanies or just watched my videos for Build-A-Bear, etc, etc. But the thing is, I still make all the content that I used to make. I just don't post it on YouTube. I post it on the respective Instagrams that I have for each thing. So I have an Instagram for stuffed animals and kind of like go to the store, see what the store has, unboxings, all different types of stuffed animals, Build-A-Bears, tie beanies, Douglas Cuddle toys, webkins, like anything. Like all my plush content is on this Instagram. Then I have an Instagram that has my quote-unquote professional photography. I don't like to say that. It's more fancy photography of like Littlest Pet Shop, webkins, Douglas, etc. I have an Instagram for my Little Ponies where I do a lot of like thrifting hauls and thrifting hunting videos for vintage My Little Ponies. I do photography over there. I also have an Instagram for my calico critters, which I really need to be better at. I think I've literally posted on there twice. I'm so bad at that. I have a lot of videos and photography for that account. I just have not posted it and I need to be better at that. So hold my feet to the flames for that one. I have a doll account where I post doll photography and unboxings and whatnot, which again, I'm not great at that account either, so I need to be held accountable for that. All the Instagrams are always listed in the description of my videos, but I just wanted to talk about it just in case. But anyways, let's jump back into the questions. Other than your mascot, what LPS would you be? I feel I look most like this cat, and I really love this cat. I just don't own this cat, but one day I will get this cat and it will be my me representation. And we have come to the end! Look at all my babies! guys. Oh my god, this was such a good time. I put off unboxing these LPS for so long, and I'm so glad that you guys could be with me when I brought them into the world, even though it is tremendously late. I hope this video was still enjoyable to some degree. If you liked this style, let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please let me know which LPS in this video was your personal favorite, and I will see you super soon with another video. Goodbye, guys!
'Cause I've been living life right like I could